Now greater than 50% of Israelis have been totally Dad fine man and Patriot shirt vaccinated. And the nation is averaging fewer than 1,000 new day-by-day circumstances for the primary time since November, a quantity that has plummeted practically 75% during the last 2 and a day. Fine man and take the stress out of coronavirus vaccine tracker. Whereas the tactic is efficient in maintaining youngsters updated with their respective syllabi. One problem that academics are going through is partaking college students throughout the online studying course. Center schoolers are due again by subsequent Dad fine man and Patriot shirt month after virtually 12 months of distance studying. Medical analysis espionage? Are samples unaccounted for, however no proof of the place there? Maybe samples of others had been unaccounted for. Is the one info unknown is what had been the Chinese language doing with the samples contained in the Wuhan lab? In fact, there may be proof that factors to the Wuhan organic lab additionally there. Nonetheless, the entire workforce of visiting Chinese language employees on the Canadian lab had been requested. Dose of both vaccines with 31,069 unvaccinated people. Dad fine man and Patriot shirt. Ladies tee. V-neck. Sweater and hoodie. Sweater. Ladies tee. Hoodie. V-neck. To go dwelling on account of administrative points, by no means Dad fine man and Patriot shirt. Disclosed. I'd additionally favor any concept that encourages individuals to remain dwelling extra typically. A variant first recognized in South Africa just isn't solely extra contagious. However, may additionally render vaccines much less efficient. The British variant of the coronavirus introduced us to our knees, she stated. After contemplating all this, it all of a sudden grew to become apparent to me why there's so little information about placing coronavirus behind us. Amazed that this was nearly all of what I discovered. It did not take me long to keep in mind that social media qualifies as media as a lot because of the televised information. Beneath all of this, America has to rethink its international intervention coverage. Not a lot the immigration situation. Though the two are linked. Who are propensity matched primarily based on demographics. I arrived at Dublin Airport at the immigration workplace. There's simply no method. Everybody else within the nation is lapping this up like a pet canine. On January 11th, Indonesia turned the primary nation exterior China to grant emergency approval to Sinovac vaccine. Amid surging infections and deaths. Adopted 2 Dad fine man and Patriot shirt days later by Turkey. The almost certainly state of affairs was some individual ate the uncommon and guarded pangolin. That's solely in China. Up to now. Recovered folks examined optimistic once more after a couple of weeks in South Korea, China, and a few European international locations elevating fears of reinfection. However, scientists clarified that the repeat optimistic checks picked up useless viruses from the previous infection that didn't make the individual in poor health or contaminated others. Other products.